How'd you do that? I'm the Batman.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 animated DC shows that exceeded expectations.
No more lies.
Was it all a lie?
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable series from DC's animated catalog that turned out better than anyone expected. What are your favorite animated DC properties? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
I'm Batman. Thanks for the rescue, Your Highness.
Call me Aquaman. Somehow I know we're destined to become the very best of friends.
This series saw Batman teaming up with a colorful cast of heroes for more lighthearted adventures than we had previously seen. While some fans gawked at the idea of making Batman funny, Bruce Wayne's sardonic wit felt surprisingly natural and goes down as one of our favorite interpretations of the character.
Still fighting the good fight, I see.
Uncle Grandpa's got some serious game.
He derives his power from the patriotic spirit of the masses.
Injecting some levity into the proceedings also ended up providing a refreshingly new outlook on the well-tread mythos of the Dark Knight. For what initially seemed like a horrible misfire, the show's clever storytelling, zany humor, and wacky characters gave us an all-new reason to love the Caped Crusader.
But it's certainly no less valid and true to the character's roots as the tortured Avenger crying out for Mommy and Daddy. And besides, those Easter bunnies looked really scary, right?
True that.
Number 9. Justice League Action. Despite the near impossible task of fielding comparisons to the 2001 series that shares its name, Action proves itself worthy of bearing the mantle of DC's hero lineup. And it does so with a rather short runtime.
Congratulations, you saved the world. Apparently you saved many worlds.
Due to short episodes, the show employed a breakneck pace, but that didn't mean less content. In fact, it boasted a staggering roster of heroes, from classic favorites like Superman to oft-forgotten picks like Stargirl and Firestorm.
Firestorm and the Professor fixed the Phantom Zone projector.
And don't worry about those kryptonite chains. Firestorm's absorbing all the green energy coming this way.
It's like having your own alien heat lamp.
This lighthearted take on the eponymous organization captured a grand feel while incorporating a new style that embraced the fun of slamming action figures together. Basically, it delivered everything we wanted from a new animated take on the Justice League.
My magic has grown twice as strong since my recent imprisonment.
I know you are, but what am I?
I don't think he's using that right.
Number 8. Green Lantern, the animated series. After a failed expedition to the big screen in 2011, Green Lantern's brand wasn't exactly setting the galaxy on fire.
Woo! Not bad, huh? You're a superhero.
But despite waning public interest, this CG series proved there were still good stories to be told with the Green Lantern Corps. By doubling down on out-of-this-world action and complex characters, the short-lived show managed to highlight all the strengths of the property in one heroic package.
Jordan, help me out here.
I would, but Razor does have a point. After all, I turned into a monster. And you guys saved me.
Most were ready to jettison him into space, yet the cartoon's immersive world, its stellar voice acting, and its examination of morality reminded us why Green Lantern deserves a spot in DC's universe.
I'm glad we're alive to fight another day.
Another day. If we don't figure out how to stop Aya soon, there won't be many of those left.
Number 7. The Batman.
I wish they were here too. Very much so. To the memory of Thomas and Martha Wayne. The reason I became the Batman.
For all intents and purposes, this show should have been a disaster. It embraced change like few others before it had. Villains were completely redesigned, Bruce Wayne was younger, and it broke off from the established continuity of previous animated shows. But against all odds, it proved that a fresh take was just the kind of reinvention the Bat needed. By daring to forge its own canon, the series was given greater creative freedom to experiment with new stories and characters.
Who are you? Joker. Not what. Who? Smear free. It's Permaclown.
It was still the Dark Knight we all knew and loved, but there was a fresh stamp on the material. That stamp succeeded in making the Batman a standout among the crowded field of DC animation.
I've been thinking, Dick. I'm not sure Bruce Wayne has what it takes to raise you properly.
Yeah, kinda noticed he's never around. But if not Bruce Wayne, what about the Batman?
Number 6. Teen Titans.
Why did the aardvark cross the road?
To beat up the idiot telling jokes about him.
The idiot television show. Now that's funny.
At one glance, it's easy to see this show marked a visual departure from anything similar that came before. Breaking out of the stylistic mold of past DC shows, Teen Titans embraced a more anime aesthetic, making frequent use of exaggerated expressions and flashy action sequences.
I offer a traditional Tamaranian folk song.
Starfire, cut it out!
Despite a more comedic edge, it also tackled some of the darkest and most impactful stories in DC's catalog. The perfect blend of fun heroics and high stakes made it an instant success, yet few could have predicted its staying power. Even the most ardent fans couldn't have foreseen the series becoming a generation-defining representation of DC at its best.
Slade. He's back.
You sure it was him? I mean, you kinda had Slade on the brain lately, maybe?
It was him. He's going to create a massive earthquake and we have 3 hours to stop it.
Number 5. Static Shock.
Ebon and Hotstring set off the gas. It's gonna fill the ship.
You better get out of here.
No kidding.
What do? Whatever it takes to stop Ebon.
There was a lot of pressure on this adaptation. After all, it represented a groundbreaking moment for black superheroes taking the lead. Alongside changes to the source material, such as a new suit and a younger Virgil, there was also a case of rising fan skepticism to contend with.
What's happening?
You must be going back.
What's gonna happen to me? What should I do?
Believe in yourself. That's your greatest power.
But it seemed there was little need for concern, since the series earned both high ratings and glowing reviews. It helped that it was more than static and spandex. It tackled complex societal topics in a way few other superhero cartoons could.
That kind of hate feeds on itself. But Richie's made up his own mind about who to like. He's broken his father's cycle of intolerance.
Man, I had no clue Richie was dealing with something this whacked.
Static Shock proved so popular that it had people clamoring for more comic books. If that isn't a badge of approval, nothing is. Number 4. Batman Beyond.
Nasty.
Drop it, clown.
The Bat Freak.
It's no easy task following up one of the most iconic DC series of all time, especially when there's a new face behind the cowl. That's right, in this continuation, an elderly Bruce Wayne has passed the batarang to troubled teen Terry McGinnis. But by including Bruce as a mentor figure, it's clear the show isn't trying to make Terry a copy of the Caped Crusader that came before, and it's all the better for it.
And now those starfish things are on all of them. Any ideas?
All I can do is have Barbara contact the military.
But they'll bomb the place.
That's their job.
It creatively updates the Dark Knight's classic story beats, and really finds its footing in its unique cyberpunk aesthetic and villains like Ink. Beyond stakes its claim as its own creation and deserves recognition as a bold and exciting expansion of the Batman mythos.
Now do you believe me about why I retired? Not entirely, but tonight I'm glad you didn't stay retired.
Number 3. Young Justice.
Who cares which side of the glass we're on?
Roy, you just need to be patient.
What I need is respect. They're treating us like kids. Worse, like sidekicks.
We've never seen sidekicks like this before. Young Justice provided a glimpse to how it really feels to live in the shadow of older, more experienced crime fighters. However, the concept did raise some eyebrows. How can a show create any tension if the Justice League is just a call away? Luckily, clever plotting, personal conflicts, and engaging character dynamics showcase the exciting potential within the group.
I so want to kiss you now. Or maybe kill you for putting us through all this.
Hold that thought. You can decide later, when we're alone.
And it seemed audiences couldn't get enough of this ragtag team of JV heroes. After an abrupt cancellation, fan demand eventually led to a revival. While the show was axed once more in 2022, the journey had us more than whelmed.
First time at the hall. I'm a little overwhelmed.
You're overwhelmed, Freeze was underwhelmed. Why isn't anyone ever just whelmed?
Number 2. Justice League.
Working together, we saved the planet. And I believe that if we stayed together as a team, we would be a force that could truly work for the ideals of peace and justice.
After acclaimed solo outings, the idea of a single show balancing an entire team of heroes led to justified worry from some fans. Of course, there was nothing to fear. The titular team's animated series goes down as one of DC's classics. Despite the expanded cast, the show maintained its strong characterization, all the while balancing fleshed-out story arcs and nuanced conflicts. Bigger isn't always better, but Justice League was able to earn each and every team-up with an equally grand adventure.
Hey! What are you doing?
I can't risk having the watchtower burn up on re-entry. I'll have to guide it in manually. Gentlemen, it's been an honor.
Non-stop thrills, exciting team dynamics, and iconic villains helped this series succeed in every metric, cementing its place as one of the greats.
And I am alone in the universe.
Jean, we can never replace the family you've lost, but we'd be honored if you could learn to call Earth your home.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Harley Quinn. Raunchy, bloody, hilarious, and surprisingly comics accurate, there has never been a DC show like this before, and there may not ever be one like this again.
I'm just going to put her in the Phantom Zone where she'll rest for all of eternity.
Then send me there too!
All right.
Wow, this is so dramatic. It's like a CW show if the cast was less hot.
DC has typically targeted younger audiences, but Harley Quinn marked a straightforward foray into adult content, and it's hard to deny the results. For anyone wondering whether Harley could sustain a show to herself, or whether DC could smoothly transition to adult animation, well, the answer is yes.
All right, ladies, I have a big surprise.
Are we going back to the strip club? I left my fanny pack.
No, someone stole it. Anyway.
Despite all odds, this show hit a home run. It's a mix of exciting violence, gut-busting hilarity, and top-tier talent that creates a perfect encapsulation of what makes his character so memorable. Take that, Mr. J.
You're trying to grow and actually doing it. And that, I mean, for me, that's what matters.
I love you, Ive.
I love you too, Rose.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.